Okay, today we have Delmo Andreozzi, County Commissioner, Elko County Commissioner, here with us. And I'm just going to ask Delmo some questions about the new stimulus package and how it will affect the county. So number one, Delmo, do you know how much money your organization will be receiving from the latest stimulus package?
Yes, I do. In fact, I was part of the NACO legislative group with our delegation, our Washington delegation. So I had an opportunity to speak with our whole delegation back in Washington. It was all done virtually, of course, but it was really good. And essentially, Elko County, it's a direct disbursement that's going to come to Elko County, about $10.3 million. So that's a little bit different than the cities. The cities won't get a direct allocation. It's going to be, unless they're over 50,000 population. So all the cities in Elko County will get their funds through, it'll be pass-through funds through the state.
Okay, excellent. Is the amount more or less than you think is needed for the situation?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I think for the most part, in terms of our revenues, if we're talking about revenues that we've lost or haven't realized, we're fortunate here in Elko County because our sales tax has been pretty strong. While we know there are sectors of that economy that are suffering, no question. The dining or recreation or tourism, those parts of our economy definitely, and those sectors they're struggling for sure. Our sales tax revenues, which is a pretty big piece of ours, sales tax, property tax, they're very stable. We're fortunate. We don't have the same impacts that they have in other places that really rely on gaming and tourism. So we do have West Windover that probably is a little bit more impacted with their budget, but in the county, part of the county's responsibility is Jackpot. So they have obviously that's been impacted by the lack of gaming and tourism too. And then of course when you factor what we have gotten in total at that 10.3, whether or not that's enough, knowing that everything has been pretty stable, the only area that we haven't seen because of the courts were heavily impacted. And so we didn't have the fines and forfeitures that would come in. So, it's, I know the intent is to shore up, holes in the budget, but we're fortunate here. So, we really just have to realize, what my thoughts are, what could we do with this money that really have long-term benefits for the community of Elko County. How can we, can we put some away for a rainy day, for heaven forbid this or anything else happens, that we have some rainy day fund set aside. But for me, what some of the most important things are, one-time purchases or capital purchases or buildings or things like that. And especially if they are, help fill that tourism gap for us. We want people to come and stay. We have so much area to recreate here. We've got hunting and camping and hiking and fishing, the whole gamut. So we want people to be able to come here and enjoy that. So any amenity that we can have that draws people here, that's good. Those are long-term economic benefits for our community. And obviously the stronger that is, our hotels are filled up and full, and our restaurants, people are dining out, shopping at some of our downtown areas. So that really for me is what my personal goal would be.
Number three, can you tell us how your organization mostly spent funds from the prior stimulus package?
Yeah, I can. So we got about $4 million in CARES Act funding, and it was it was really important for us to try to shore up businesses and nonprofits. So we ran 3 grant cycles out to the business community and also nonprofits. You were trying to be creative. We did things. We got chambers checked for people to get tested. So there was all the stuff that we did with COVID, the vaccines, the testing, that whole infrastructure that we had to build. There was some of that. We helped the school district out. We gave them a couple $100,000. We're just trying to help them get in school. And in fact, we're still partnering with them, and there's still going to be costs going forward because, with the student athletes, we are providing the testing requirements so that they can meet the NIAA standards for competition. And, we're Elko County ambulance staff, they're doing all that testing now with the BioNext test kits that we have. So, it's just, our philosophy is just trying to get everybody back, whole, get back to work as soon as we can, school, and all those other things. So that's in a nutshell what we did. We supported the Boys and Girls Club, other nonprofits. So but we didn't spend it all. We were able to acquire a couple of new ambulances, which was fantastic for us because they do age, and I actually got to drive one, so it was kind of it was a bucket list. I've never been in an ambulance, and I thought if I ever was in one, I was going to be in the back, and this one I got to actually drive. So, there were some benefits that we got from it as well.
Very good. Finally, what are you hoping will be accomplished this year regarding impacts from COVID-19?
Well, this has been a long slog of a year. It's been tough on our community. It's been tough on our nation. Just all the divisiveness that's been around. I mean, for me, what I hope is that we get back to what is normal. We get back to full occupancy in our schools, full occupancy in our eating establishments, and our economy gets rock and roll and people are working. We just don't want, we're just hoping everybody's contributing to the overall well-being and economic health of our community. And obviously, I'd like to, I would like to have. This has been said a lot. I've said that I'm going to be grateful when COVID's in my rearview mirror. So I'm just looking forward to a day when, our most vulnerable people are vaccinated, that people that want to be vaccinated, that we can continue to still vaccinate people who feel like that's important. And I will tell you that I was vaccinated myself. I care for an elderly mother and father-in-law, and it was important to me to be vaccinated so that so I didn't bring something home inadvertently to them. So that's what I'm really looking forward to the most, is just getting back, I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy. I love handshakes and hugs, and man, I kind of miss that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent.